by the lack of participation by distinguished legal luminaries running away from their constitutional ornament, not discharging their public duty, I would say. Monday and Friday, I would never see them in Rajya Sabha, at least in the early hours. I seek some kind of guidance from you people to see that at least they are disengaged for their parliamentary work when parliament is in session, particularly on Monday and Friday. Friends, present times are most soothing, wholesome for evolution of this mechanism. There comes a time when things can blossom. कहते हैं ना माली से जैसो बड़ा रितवाय सफल हो. That ऋतु for Bharat has come. This is the time of Bharat. The world recognizes it. And this is for the simple reason that for the first time Indian economy is having headache in spite of global headwinds. Difficult terrain. The economy negotiated. Difficult terrain has risen from fragile 5 a decade ago to be among big 5. Let me give you a small situation. In 1991, when I was there in Parliament, and you'll be surprised, stunned. Most of you are youngsters. The size of Indian economy was less than that of cities of Paris and London. That was our size. You'll be further stunned and surprised our foreign exchange was negotiating the trade between 1 billion and 2 billion US dollars. Already we are ahead of Canada, Brazil, Japan, UK, France. Japan and Germany will overtake in the next 2-3 years. And that is why India is a hot destination of opportunity investment. We are getting accolades from IMF, World Bank, World Economic Forum. We don't need. They are just only reflecting the ground reality to which this nation has come. Now, friends, with this growth, with this rise, huge investments will come to India, are coming to India, and commercial disputes are inevitable because they arise more often than not. Understanding of law in a different fashion, or there being different perceptions. But it is the role of arbitral process. The contending parties to arbitration do not walk out as enemies or adversaries. They must come out as friends who can further get into business relationships. Because you are not settling a dispute. I am so happy to take note of the word solution. You are providing a solution by making agree to each other points of view, by yielding part of it and part of that. Friends, the present scenario in Bharat is absolutely ripe and taking shape as regards investment and opportunity. There is exponential growth in economic activity. In natural course, we also need to have a larger mechanism of dispute resolution because there will be facets of it. Who knows it more than you do? Sit in any court, Supreme Court or High Court. There will be a designated bench. When you find nomination of arbitrators, you know the dispute amount, the complexity of it. So you know you have wide areas where resolutions can take place fast. Friends, there have to be effective mechanisms to resolve disputes and for enforcement of contracts. In the absence of remedial steps, investments and business transactions may slow down. For example, India is a big hope for the world. But unless we sustain it, there are other countries waiting in the wings. Take, for example, affordability of our human resource. Vietnam is not behind. So those are the situations I count myself as one, though being foreman, as legal professionals, a mechanism to serve our nation. There is need to put in place centers of excellence and at several places. These centers should provide a sense of confidence among the business communities. And this is where the law firms come into picture. No one is better equipped than the law firms. And the good part is, that our law firms have high credibility with the captains of industry, business, trade, and commerce, and therefore they can catalyze a big role for all of us. Friends, arbitration as a mechanism of dispute resolution has to keep pace with modern technology. We like it or not, disruptive technologies have made inroads in our office space, in our workplace, and they define, we don't define, they define how we'll be acting. Artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning, blockchain. They are technologies that are to be harnessed to give cutting edge to judicial dispensation, to give quality to arbitral process. The assimilation of data can be at unimaginable speed. Your research can guide youngsters in particular to avail of these opportunities. Friends, time for industry, legal fraternity, and all of the stakeholders in arbitration to work in unison to ensure that our country has a flourishing regime in this field. All steps be taken to make it attractive. It can't be stressful. It can't be adversarial. I have been involved in certain arbitrations, and I can reflect now as being one-time senior advocate. Uh, we in this category happen to be, as most call us, the most exploitative breed. But if you look around in the world, you find very distinguished category of lawyers are standardized. But in our country, we follow the age-old practice. हल्दी लेने आप दुकान पर गए, दुकानदार ने कहा, पूछा हल्दी का क्या भाव है, दुकानदार ने पूछा, चोट कितनी गहरी है. We have to change the system. Difficult because you have learned to live with it. We are reconciled that this practice is good. We are no longer angered by the exploitative, unexplainable charges. I am sure you will have a look with introspective mind at this menace also. Friends, undoubtedly, convergence of law firms and business entities will pave way for this SILF building to take lead in ease of dispute resolutions. And why not? Legal profession owes this to the country as its professional social responsibility, and business owes this to further strengthen the economy of this country. Let me remind you, friends, in our freedom struggle, lawyers played key role. This is no less than freedom struggle. This is a struggle to take this nation at 2047 as a developed nation, as a global leader. You are the ones who can really script the marathon march to 2047 and replicate the role of lawyers that was there during independence movement. I have no doubt in times to come India will have the occasion to offer the world a dispute resolution mechanism and center of repute. I have fancied it for a long time. Every time I was at Rajbhavan, Kolkata, from where the Britishers moved for a long time, I remember my days in Paris. I found city of Kolkata was nowhere lacking. It had culture, it had everything, rich human resource, and an ideal place, one amongst many in this country, for an arbitral center. Friends, I know Mr. Wasim for a long time. We have worked together, he being in the lead. He is known to contribute in creating nursing institutions. He doesn't leave midway, he handfuls. It will be in a sense a fitting final to his efforts the much needed transformative change is catalyzed from this platform, and we see emergence of credible global institution center in Bharat. I have great pleasure, friends, in inaugurating the SILF building. I have extended, I reiterated an invitation to you to visit the new building of Parliament and chai par charcha at the new Vice President Dhankar, because there are issues everyone knows, issues so critical for the system that we can't speak to ourselves by looking in the mirror. I will avail the opportunity at chai par charcha to discuss that also. I am sure Dr. Basin will bring it about sooner than I expect. Thank you so much. It's a great opportunity.
Thank you so very